Stop asking to be understood by what I sent you to overturn. Your job isn't to be liked, it's to be true. You are a breaker of illusions, a mirror to facades, a voice that makes demons squirm and masks melt. And you don't need a title or a robe or a pulpit to do it. You just need to stand in your knowing. Because when you speak, deception crumbles. When you enter, darkness recalibrates. When you refuse to agree with the lie, the scroll keeps opening. You are the correction the earth has been groaning for. You are the one who came to remind them truth still walks. And today it wears your name. Heaven is breaking every false identity off you. Everything they called you, every label they slapped on your soul was never who you really were. You've worn names that felt like cages. Identities that were handed to you by wounded people who never saw your spirit, only your survival. But those names are burning now, because heaven is speaking the original over you again. Enoch saw the unveiling. He saw a time when the chosen ones would shed every lie they had to wear to survive. When the mask would melt, when the trauma-formed personalities would begin to crack like old skin. He saw warriors who once called themselves worthless rise with scrolls in their veins and thrones in their walk. And that's you, isn't it? You felt it lately, the shedding, the grief that comes not from loss, but from mislabeling, from realizing you've been living under names that never belonged to you. Names like too sensitive, too weird, too intense, too broken. Names that tried to shrink your frequency into something safe for others. But God didn't call you safe. God called you set apart. And now He's tearing every false title off your chest, every counterfeit role, every identity shaped by trauma instead of truth. This is not a breakdown, it's a divine stripping, a holy unveiling of what was always underneath glory. The world said you were too emotional. Heaven says you're prophetic. They said you were rebellious. Heaven says you're righteous. They said you were unstable. Heaven says you're ascending. You never fit in because you weren't supposed to. The name they gave you couldn't contain the oil you carry. You weren't sent to wear their titles, you were sent to embody His fire. Enoch saw a people rising who would shake off every garment of shame, every costume of compliance, every cloak of counterfeit humility.